How are you all today? Thank you so much for being here. My name is Nicole Yvonne with Healing on the Mat, and we are back today for another somatic release yoga session. If you did not get to see yesterday's, please check it out because we're moving in phases. And so yesterday we spent time on our back. Today we will spend time on our stomach, and we will also spend time gaining strength. So remember that as we're on that belly, that serpent crawls on his belly. And no, we don't want to be tied to the serpent. I know there's so many negative things with reptiles, but we remember that that serpent sheds its skin for newness to begin. And so as you go through this practice, we are going to think about shedding and getting rid of what is old and getting rid of the things that do not serve us. Also remember that in somatic release, we are focusing on slow, steady movement, but we are paying attention to how our body reacts and responds. Whether there is tension, whether there is stress, whether one side feels imbalanced compared to the other, we want to pay attention to that. We want to mentally note it, and we want to see where the progression of our practice and our breath takes us as we go throughout this practice. I haven't mentioned it in a while, so I will throw it out there again. I have a candle lit. If you need incense or a candle, please remember that scent is a part of us calming down and going inward. So if you have essential oils, then please get them, rub them on your wrist, underneath your nose, behind your ears. It will help your body to calm down. If you have a candle or an incense that you like to burn, please make sure that you light that before you get started. But we want to make sure that we're taking in everything. We're taking in the sounds that we can hear. We're taking in what we can see. So in your practice, you won't see it. This light back here is just my favorite color today. So we're just going to roll with that for this practice. But the last thing that I want to remind you is that normally I am gearing my classes towards you all. I am very much so gearing my class this time for myself, and you all are along on the journey with me. And so I hope that it does something beneficial for you as it is doing something beneficial for me. But grab your towels. Yesterday I told you you may need a pillow or a bolster, but the best thing to use for this type of practice is just a gently rolled towel. You don't want it too bulky or too heavy. Honestly, if you have a larger towel, you don't even want to fold it in half before you roll it. You just want to gently roll it. For those of us that are a little more advanced, we should not need anything at all. As we start our practice, we're going to lay on our belly, so get ready. As you bring yourself to your practice, if you have that towel, you'll want to put it under your forehead. Otherwise, you can just rest your forehead on the ground. You can bring those hands out wide like a field goal. And right now, just simply breathe. This can feel a little uncomfortable, a little awkward. Bring yourself to your practice. We want to focus on prone breathing. And that just simply means that as you inhale, you're going to expand that belly as much as you possibly can. And on the exhale, you're just going to settle as flat as you possibly can. If you're a little more advanced and you have the strength without the exhaustion, you can draw that belly into the spine like we did yesterday. This is going to help you engage your core just a little bit more and increase your strength just a little bit more. So we're going to do this for 8 breaths. Inhale. Feel that belly. You should also feel an expansion into your rib cage and your lower back. Hold it. Exhale, everything settles. Again. You should feel your lungs and your chest start to expand as well. Exhale. Halfway there. Two more. Last one. Very good. Now I want you to bring the hands down to the side. You can plant them underneath your thighs if you like. Again, keep the head face down. And you're gently going to extend and lift the right leg. Inhale. And then the left. Remember, we're still working on engagement through the center alignment of your body. Right now, we're building glutes. We're strengthening the core again. Set 3. Two more. Last one. Very good. Now bring those hands out. And we're going to float up into locust, which means that we're going to raise this chin up off the ground, open up the chest, bring the shoulders back. Hands will come up and feet will come up too. This one's a little harder, so we'll do it 8 times instead of 10. Get ready. 1. Same breath, you're feeling that belly. On the exhale, you settle back down. 2. 3. Keep going. This is 7. Last time. 8. Hold. Catch your breath for just a moment. Remember that when you hold, not only are you trying to test your strength, not only are you trying to stabilize, you are also trying to find alignment. So if your body is out of alignment, that is a place for you to refocus and gain the alignment back. Now I want you to bring those hands up. Bring them out just a little wide. We're going to bring that forehead back down to the ground. Make sure you settle the lower body. And we're simply going to rise up. Inhale. Go all the way up. Press those palms down into the mat. Exhale back down. Again. This is very gentle. Feel the belly, the same prone breath that we used before in the beginning. Strengthen those glutes. This is still about grounding, but we're starting to use that spine and stretch it just a little more. Remember, this is baby cobra, or some would call it sphinx. Nine. Last time. 10, hold. Slowly back down. Again, in that low cobra or sphinx position, you're gonna curl your toes under. We're gonna fold at the knee and draw the heel of our foot up into our glutes and back down. Again, on the left. Squeeze as tight as you possibly can. Don't force anything, breathe. That same prone breathing all throughout this practice. Halfway. If you can rise up in the chest a little more, do so. Very good. All the way back down. Bring those hands underneath the chin, or if you have that towel, you may not need it. You can bring it out to the side, but you're going to swing that left knee all the way up and out. Bring that left knee all the way up and down. Again, you want to try to have complete alignment with the rest of your body. And you're going to come back up to that Sphinx position. So now we're going to keep that left knee extended. We're still opening up the chest like we did before. And we're down. Get ready. Inhale. This is very good for your lower back, opening up the inner groin, strengthening the hips. But like me, we can tend to lean to the right. We want to keep everything else aligned. This is 8. 9. Look up. Helps you to keep the alignment. And 10, hold. And release. Switch it out. Left leg comes in. Right knee extends out to the side. Adjust those hips. Bring the hands back out. You can lift up for that positioning. Look up. And come all the way back down. 10 more. 1. 2. Don't forget to breathe. 3. 4. 2 more. 9. And 10. Hold it. Very good. Back down. And bring that right knee back in. Very good. Very good. Place those hands to the side of your chest. Everybody draw up to tabletop. And right here, you want to make sure that you have a very flat back. You're going to try to evenly distribute that weight so your hands, palms are flat, fingers are spread as wide as you possibly can. You have strength in your arms. You can draw back into your shins just a little bit. Elongate that spine now. Transfer the weight where your shoulders are completely aligned with your wrist. And now you tuck that pelvis just a little bit. and you have a very flat back. You should feel your lower spine decompress, eliminating some of that tension. Your automatic innate instinct is going to be to draw back those glutes into the heels. You want to make sure that you evenly distribute that weight and keep it evenly distributed. Tuck the chin, releasing tension off of your neck. And now in that same breath, inhale, belly hangs low. Exhale, draw it all in, working that core just a little bit more. Again, inhale. Three. As you exhale, you should feel a little more release in your lower back, a little more strength in your arms. Two more. Now draw back. Walk those hands out. This is your child's pose. As you take your rest, draw that forehead back down into the ground. See how much you can open those spine. You've already worked on your shoulders. You should feel a little looser, a little longer. And remember that this practice is for you to pay attention to your body. What you should be realizing now is that it does not take intensity to build strength. We have just used a lot of our own body weight to gain strength. And therefore, when you go to the gym and lift your weights, you'll start to find that you don't need to lift as heavy as you think you do in order to make progress. Tuck that chin and round all the way back up into that same position. Evenly distribute the weight. Make sure that everything is balanced. Bring those feet together. Look ahead of you. And now we're going to do cat-cow. So you're going to inhale. The belly hangs low. Cow. And you're going to exhale cat. Get ready. Find that balance. At this point, you're paying attention to your center of gravity, your core. Your strength is there, but you're also allowing your spine to open up a little more and elongate and stretch. You are allowing your hips to spread, so you want to keep complete engagement as you move through this. You are in control, and you are making sure that everything decompresses and spreads, all the while lengthening and strengthening at the same time. Get ready. Inhale. Stretch that spine as deep as you can. Round out like a scared cat. Again. It all works together. Don't forget to draw that belly button into the spine. This is 9. And back down to that flat back. Good job. Walk those hands all the way out. Draw the hips back into the heels. Elongate that spine as much as you can. Open up those shoulders as much as you can. Tuck that chin as much as you can, and then settle there. See if you can get that forehead back down to the ground. Thank you for today. Make sure that you give yourself a smile, a nod of approval. You did it. You made it. You conquered. Even I feel a little weak in my arms, so if you do too, that's okay. But what I want you to try to do is rest those arms down. If you feel weak in your arms, rest your arms down. Settle that brain against the mat. So bring that forehead down into the mat. Let your whole body settle. And once you get there, feel that security. Remind yourself you're safe. You made it through the workout. Now walk those hands out again. And for most of us, we shouldn't feel as shaky. We shouldn't feel as wobbly. Relax the nerves, calm your mind, and gently allow your body to open up. Breathe. And now take that right hand and walk it to the back of the mat and twist your upper body out to the right, keeping that left hand fully extended. Shoulder open wide. Good rotation. And breathe. Try to keep that forehead on the ground if you can. Opposite direction, bring that right hand out. Left hand back, twist out, forehead back down to the ground. Very good. Keep breathing. And bring that left hand back to the top. Take that right hand, string it through the left arm. And rest. Remember, as you rest here, that forehead in the ground is just a sense of assurity that you're okay. So anytime your muscles feel tense, if they feel weak, if they feel unstable, switch it out. Left hand strings through, right? Extends as you twist out to the right. You ground yourself. Remind your body that it's safe. And command it to calm and relax. And simply release. Unstring, bring the hands back to the top of the mat. And now everybody, if you can, rise up to the shins. See if you can relax. If you can't, you can bring those hands down. That's fine. See if you can rise up. Inhale up. Exhale down to heart center. And bow to yourself. The peace that is in me, I hope it resides in you, as they would say. Namaste. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Thank you for joining. Keep inhaling all that good life. Keep exhaling what does not serve you anymore. And I will see you on the flip side.